Absolutely. I tell everybody, UAE is a land of opportunity. How was living in India before coming to UAE? Well, India, like everybody knows, I was born in a very humble, lower middle class family. So it was difficult, to be honest, because my father expired when I was only 16 years old. And then everything I had to manage to make sure the family doesn't have to go through anything. And things were manageable, but not okay, I would say, like what a middle class family goes through it. So it was worse than that, because my sister was there, my brother was there, my mommy is there. So to manage everybody when my father expired, it was not easy. But Alhamdulillah, somehow we had a house of our own. So, and I was working somewhere and doing some small business, so was able to manage and making sure that everybody was happy in that house. After Mumbai, I went to Kuwait. From 1982 to 1990, I was in Kuwait. So I worked with my uncle over there and doing business for building material. And from Mumbai, then in 1991, I came to UAE. I think over the years, like I said, when my father expired, we had to go through a lot of struggle to survive over there. And when we had to go through that struggle, I always tell everybody, if you want to succeed, you need to get out of your comfort zone. And that comfort zone, if you get out, then automatically you will succeed. And my father expired, of course, everybody had to get out of that comfort zone, start working. Me, my sister, we were all running around to making sure that things are okay. And then that makes you stronger, because when you know that there's nobody to support you, you have to manage something on your own. There is no godfather, there is no somebody, uncle who is going to help you in this. So you need to really work on that. And that is a game-changing time for everybody, I would say. I came to UAE in 1991. Then I worked for a company over here, doing some brokerage business of building material. And 1993, we formed our own company, which is the Danube Building Material. Again, doing some brokerage, but it was my own company. So after working for this company where I was in Dubai, we made some money over there. So then I told my wife, look, in Kuwait, I made money for my boss. In Dubai also, I made some money for my boss. Why don't I start my own company? Because, for brokerage, you don't require a lot of money. In building material, if you have to start, require money. But if you just have to do the brokerage of building material, you don't require that sort of a money. It only requires an office and your smartness and the connection between the buyer and the seller. And that's why we decided, yes, 1993, we started our company for Danube Building Material, doing only brokerage. That means buying from somebody, selling to somebody. That's why I said, from a normal employee, when we started this brokerage business, it was very good, because there is no investment is there. Like, you see the real estate brokers, they get the customer, they get to the developer and then get the commission. The same way in the building material, because of the contacts which I had in the whole of Europe and Asia, I had to only connect to the buyer. I had to just convince the buyer, look, this supplier is good, and making sure that a good supplier is connected to the right buyer. And I take my commission, 1%, 2% commission out of it. And that's how I become an entrepreneur. This is a good story, because when we were in Kuwait, there was a channel 33 which was coming in Dubai. Okay. And channel 33 had one nice Indian movie coming on every Thursday at 9 o'clock. So staying in Kuwait, watching an Indian movie was a big thing for us. So me and my wife used to always sit down and wait for that 9 o'clock on Thursday, glued to the TV and wait for the movie to start. And before the movie, they show some parts of Dubai, how Dubai is and all that. So my wife said, I want to go to Dubai. I really want to go and settle down in Dubai. I said, I'm happy in Kuwait. Why you want to take me to Dubai? But its situation so happened that we were forced out of Kuwait, and then we decided, okay, let's go to Dubai. And if you're asking me a question, yes, that channel 33 made me to come to Dubai. So when I came to Dubai, like I said, I worked for a company for 1 year. After that, we decided to start our brokerage company. And that's how I came into the business, because, brokerage company, the total money which I had saved was 100,000 dirhams at that particular time. 100,000 dirhams, we took an office, which was rent was about 30,000 dirhams. on an installment basis. I mean, for a yearly, you have to pay every quarter 7,500 dirhams. I bought a Toyota Cressida, that also on an installment basis, and put some furniture. My wife came to work with me. We had a secretary also who helped me in doing the business. So total, we spent money in forming the company was 70,000 dirhams. I had 30,000 dirhams with me. I gave it to my wife. I said, okay, this 6 months you have to manage without asking me any money, and let me do my business. So that's how my journey as a businessman started. So it was not very difficult. It was not very easy, to be honest, to deal with the challenges, because when you're starting your own business, especially in a new country, it was not at all easy for me to get the business from the traders who are already established. And I come from Kuwait, saying that, okay, I'm from Kuwait, but I have this contact. The brokers would not trust me easily. But I think my smile is very good, So with that smile, I was able to get some customers to buy from me, started my brokerage business. It went off very, very well. And people started trusting me because not only the smile, when they actually saw the material, they were very, very happy. And it went off very well. We used to, in the brokerage, our main business was wood. So we used to travel to Romania, Czechoslovakia to get the wood. Now, in order to get the wood, it's not the Bucharest city I have to go to. I have to go to the jungles of Romania. And when you want to go to the jungles of Romania to collect the wood from there, we had to travel to Danube station. So every time this Danube was coming into the traveling time which we were coming, and I was spending almost 3 to 4 months time getting the time out of UAE just to get the wood from Romania and Czechoslovakia. So that name really registered in my mind. I said, this is a good name, and if I'm going to form my company, I'm going to name it as Danube Building Material. And that's how this company was formed, as Danube Building Material. After Kuwait, when I came to Dubai, or UAE, I would say, the first thing I landed was Dubai airport. We have this, after you sign the stamp immigration, you have a policeman who is waiting to see if your passport has been stamped or not. So when I gave the passport to him, he spoke to me in our Indian language. Kaisa hai tum? Okay. So that was a big thing for me, because any expat who is coming from India and a local man speaking to you in your language, you feel very happy. Okay, I know they speak Arabic, but speaking Indian language for a Emirati was a big, big thing for me. It touched my heart. It touched my heart because I said, this man, Emirati, speaking to me in my own language. And when you come to Kuwait is a little bit different compared to UAE. It's a little more strict. People don't speak in our language. But here I saw this person talking to me. I felt it really. I said, this is a place I want to be. I want to be in UAE. I'm going to do my business over here. I called my wife. I said, look, I had come alone. I said, I love this city. And as soon as I came out of the airport, I saw so many Indian people over here. I said, oh my God, first of all, this UAE person speaking to me in Hindi. And when I'm going out, I can get my chicken tikka masala, my biryani, and whatever I required. I said, this is the place which I'm going to be. What happens is when you come to UAE, the system over here is so business friendly. When I say system is so business friendly, anybody can come here and start his business. And the government level, at the people who are working in the government, especially in the employees of the government in different government sectors where we require our help, they go out of their way to help you. Till today, when we are launching properties, when I have a problem, I just need to go and talk to the bosses over there. And they will go out of the way to solve it. And why this has happened? Because the leaders who are managing this country, they are the one who have guided the people down the line that, look, anybody comes, make them feel comfortable at home and solve the problem. And that is the reason of success of Dubai, because anybody can start a business in UAE and succeed in UAE, because there is no bureaucracy. It's all transparent. You can get your things very fast and start moving. Absolutely. We started first in Dubai. Then my second branch was Abu Dhabi. So Abu Dhabi is very, very close to me, because my first branch outside Dubai was Abu Dhabi. And I remember how we had taken a place in Musafa, where I traveled more than 15 times to select that place. And till today I have that place. It's in the industrial number 9. and it's one of the most successful branch we have. And because Abu Dhabi, you know, is a lot of money power we have, a lot of buying power we have. People are good over there. So Abu Dhabi and then Sharjah and all the other locations. First in UAE we established. Then after that I went to Oman. That was my second, in my international branch out of UAE. That was Oman. Then we went to Bahrain, then to Kuwait and Qatar and Saudi Arabia and everywhere. Absolutely. I tell everybody, UAE is a land of opportunity. It's up to you how you can seize that opportunity. Because if you have okay, yes, competition level is very high over here because it's so easy for any businessman to come and start business over here. So everybody from all the countries want to come and take that pie of that business which is available in UAE. But at the same time, opportunity is huge. You know why? Because we have so many tourists coming over here. You're not only dependent on the people of UAE. Yes, people of UAE, you require the business because I'll tell you, when my property business, I targeted only to sell to the UAE people. That was my own idea. But as I moved forward, I see people from all over the world coming and buying the property. Same way in the building material. When we started our building material in UAE, I thought I'll sell to only the construction happening in the UAE. But I could see people from Iraq coming and buying it. I could see people from Oman coming and buying. I could see people from Pakistan coming and buying. That is the opportunity what UAE gives you. And it's a fact till today. Safety and security is the best in UAE. In fact, there's a joke in UAE for that. If you don't mind, I can tell you the joke. That Dubai is so secured, you can leave your purse on somewhere and come back, you'll find it. You can keep your mobile, go and come back, you'll find it. You can leave your car on the road, you'll come back and find it. But don't leave your husband. So, in short, what I'm trying to tell you, UAE is very safe as far as everything is concerned. I haven't seen a country like UAE because we travel a lot. Here, you know, when we go out to any of the country, we have this habit of keeping the briefcase somewhere and talking. We have the habit of leaving the mobile phone on a restaurant table and just going to the coffee to pick up a coffee. But then all of a sudden you realize you're not in UAE. The way, you know, UAE spoils you because you forget when you go outside that you're not in UAE and everywhere you have to worry. So now we have made it a habit that, you know, the mobile will be on this pocket, my wallet will be on this pocket. You can't take it away from me. Every time it happens to me. Every time, whenever we go, we are so used to it. Me, my children, we don't bother. In UAE, it's very, very known fact that this is one of the most safest country in the world. And we love to be here. And the safety and security is the most. You can go the ladies can go, my wife, my sister, we can go at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the midnight and nobody's going to trouble them. I mean, I don't have to worry because when we travel, sometimes they go for a house party or something. When they come back, we don't have to ask them, where are you? Like, did you reach home or not home? Because I know they'll be at home. So, you know, just that's reminding me of a situation. You asked me any personal experience. Like, we just had a big storm, okay? And at that particular day, one customer who had come from Europe, he was leaving in the evening. Now, you must have seen that I had come to the office to collect. I had come to office to work on that rainy day because I knew this customer is coming. Now, he bought a lot of cash to, you know, which he not a lot of 100,000 dirhams cash was there as a token deposit which he bought to buy the property. Now, that 100,000 dirhams, when I left it on the table, okay? And I went away. And then I realized that, oh gosh, I forgot it on my table because the cashier had not come and I had collected the money and left it on my table. Now, it was raining so heavily that we could not come back to the office for the 2 days. But I had my people working over here. That means we had somebody, you know, because of the situation which we were, they were trying to collect the water and throw out from the office, and there was a big chaos over here. But when I came back after 2 days, I saw the money on the table. That security is there. I mean, you know, okay, I had a camera on my office, but still, somebody wanted the money, they could have covered the camera and taken the money from there. It was not a small money, 100,000 dirhams lying on my table. After 2 days, I come and I collect the money. Outlook for UAE and Dubai for the next 5 years is superb. You know why? I'll tell you. Because the way we are placed today compared to many cities in the world today, or many countries in the world. Like I said, security-wise, safety-wise, business environment, the way anybody can live over here, the work-friendly-wise, the education-wise, the infrastructure-wise, the way of doing business-wise, it's so good that if you compare our neighboring countries, many of the countries, without naming any countries, many of the people have some or the other problem. And touch wood, alhamdulillah, God bless UAE and the rulers of UAE, that so far we are very, very lucky, very happy that we have no issues. And if this continues in the same way, you will see how many people want to come and shift their base over here. Everywhere you will see there is a move just to attract the people and make them comfortable. The tolerance level also is very, very high over here. So, it's a fantastic country. Because why it's good? Because the leaders on the top, they are focused to make this country as the topmost country in the world. The airport, now recently, I'm just talking about Dubai, the huge airport they are building, bigger than any airport in the world. So you can imagine the amount of tourists, because they know that this number of tourists are expected to come over here. And that is the reason they're already planning ahead. Not that after they have a problem, they will look at it. They always plan 5-10 years ahead of it and make sure that things happen in a fastest way. Sheikh Zayed, I had a beautiful one-to-one meeting with him. I'll never forget that in my life. We had gone to India on a delegation from UAE, where there was this tie-up between the India and UAE government, and they had taken some businessmen from UAE. Indian businessmen also were there. So we were 4-5 Indian businessmen, some other Emirati businessmen, other national businessmen. So we had gone in the whole trip to Mumbai, and at that particular time in the evening, the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed was there, and we were about 70-80 people in that hall. He came and spoke to each and everybody nicely, shaking the hand, looking eye to eye on the ears, hearing what you want to talk. Okay, everybody had good thing to talk, but for a ruler of a country to come and talk to a common man, just saying hello and hearing from him what he has to hear, and it was not just shaking hand and going. He listened to that 70-80 people, whatever that half a minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes he wanted to talk, and I can never forget that. So down to earth, unbelievable. Like I mentioned, whenever we have any problem or anything related to government issues, we just have to go and explain them the problem. Like my first office was in Jabal Ali, I would say. Then I settled to Abu Dhabi. We never had a problem. It's so easy to do business over here. They have made the systems also so clear and wise. You have your documentation in order. You don't require anybody. Go with the documentation, submit it, and get the paperwork done. So it's the support system here is very, very strong. And most important thing, other than the support system, is the attitude of the people who are working in the government department. They are willing to help you, however good the support system will be. But if the people down the line don't want to work, it will never happen. But the best thing in UAE, and I'm not talking only about Dubai, I'm talking about across UAE. Whether you go to Sharjah, whether you go to Ras Al Khaimah, whether you go to Abu Dhabi, they are out of the way willing to help you and get the things done. So the most important thing what they have created for us, for our property business, which I was talking to Sheikh Mohammed when we had gone for his Ramadan treat. So I just told him, sir, the golden visa which you made for us is a big, big help for us. He said, why? Because I said, because of the golden visa, so many people now attracted to come to Dubai because they feel that, okay, I am getting this 10 years visa and it helps me to stay there. I know that 10 years I'm going to be here. And that has really changed the market. So all the new laws which is coming, like, you know, the golden visa, the implementation, we are talking about freehold properties business, what they have created over here. Also, how the airport, they want to make the airport as you can go without the passport, just look at your eyes and walk in. So they are coming out with different ideas and making the city so good that it's really helping everybody. I mean, I don't have to tell you, when you travel across any country in the world, you see the difference when you land in UAE. Any airport you land, you see the way immigration is cleared, you see the baggage is cleared, you see the taxis are available on the road so fast in case if you don't have a car to pick you. It's a different system altogether. I mean, I always tell everybody, the more I travel, the more I am in love with this country. Every time I travel, I fall in love more. UAE means everything to me. I've started my career in UAE, and today whatever I am is because of the support and system which I've got from the government. And probably I would not be as successful as what I am today if the support would have not got. For any businessman to succeed, it's very, very important that, okay, however hard work you do, but if you have a bureaucracy which is going to stop you, don't do this or get this document, you have to get this, you have to make this happen, you cannot succeed. Here it's so transparent. You have a taxation. Just now they have started a taxation. You have one book, you maintain, this is the business you did, this is the profit you did, this is the taxation you did. Many countries when you go, you have so many books you need to maintain. It's a very simple procedure for any businessman to come and start the business, and also once you start the business to ensure that you do it without any problem. So it helps not only me, everybody who is successful here, they know that how the system works over here. Of course not. Nobody can ever imagine that Rضوان Sajan, who was just a small boy from India, coming and starting the business over here and going to make it so big. So that's what I tell you, that, you know, if it was not UAE, probably I may not be successful the same way. In some other countries, I don't think I would be successful. Here I am successful because it's so transparent over here that the business you can do with honesty. You don't have to hide anything from the government, from anybody, because there are no taxation. In many of the countries, what happens with the taxations are more, then you try to do little here, there, but here it's a simple process. This is the price you buy, this is the price you sell, this is the profit you make, and you start moving. So this, I would have never thought that in case if I was, that I would be that much successful when I started my business. No way. No, I never think also today that where I am going to be after 10 years. I always plan my goal every 3 years, that the next 3 years what I'm going to do. And I work on that plan, and like the rulers they do, they work on the plan and they implement it. In our company also, I know that next 3 years what we're going to do. Every quarter we will work on it, what plan we have done, we will make sure we implement on this. And that's how we grow. It's impossible for anybody to say, yes, we had planned before and how we grew. No way. You have to plan it slowly and move forward. I think most important thing is delegation. If you ask me, we have so many companies, so many establishments which people are managing. So I need to find the right people, finding the right people and delegating them. If you come and come to on my office cabin, there is no paper on my table, zero paper, not even one paper. You know why? Any paper comes, my assistant, okay, give this to that person, give this to that person, let them manage. Important to find the right people, let them manage the business, and try to find people who are smarter than you. Because if you feel that, okay, if you find somebody smarter, he will learn his business, you will never succeed. Maybe he learns in business. If he has in his kismat, he will take it. But he will also teach you something and go. So always find the right person and delegate it. That's the most important thing. Second important thing is do the business with honesty and credibility. Never try to cheat the customer. That means you promise and you do more than what you have promised. Not promise less and you don't make it. You have to always work it in such a way that if you have promised that you will give the customer in delivery in 90 days, you deliver in 60 days or 70 days. Don't make it 90 and make it 120 days. So that is very, very important. These are the three. I mean, I always tell my people also that customer is the king, and always treat them like a boss. In case of some problem, attend to it quickly. He will come back to you again and again. I think with a smile, I would say. I'm a very calm and composed person. When there is a crisis, yes, we have all gone through crisis. Every day we go through the crisis. There are two ways of handling the crisis. One, you take tension and you start shouting and screaming and what happened, this happened. And there is no end to it, because you will never reach a solution which you want to reach. There's one thing, if you handle that with a calm, composed way, you'll find a solution to it. And so far I've been doing the same thing. I have seen 3-4 times up, down in a big way when I'm doing my business. But every time is handling it is calm. And never, most important thing, never overdoing in what you are doing business. When I say never overdoing, whatever business you are doing, don't try to leverage more than what you can handle. If you try to leverage more what you can handle, then you'll land yourself into trouble. Now, just to give you an example, today we are in the property business. The market is very big, good over here. I can launch 4-5 properties at a time. I can start buying plots, and I know that I will sell it. But tomorrow something happens. What will happen to that plot? I will not be able to pay the plot. And then if I'm not able to pay to the plot, what I will have to do? Pack my bags and run away. Okay? So this is what happens, the greed. So I'm not saying that you should not do your business, but do your business in such a way that in case of the loss, you should be able to handle it. Now today, when we are launching any project, we are launching one project at a time. We sell that project, we make sure that project is going on construction, then look for another project. While I'm talking to you, I don't have any other plot except the one plot which I'm going to launch in July or August. I don't have any other plot. Once I launch this, I'll think of another plot. Maybe I'll buy a little expensive, but I will not be leveraging myself. I think the same thing, which the brand loyalty which we have built over the years. If you look at it today, whether it is building material, whether it is furnishing, whether it is properties or any other business which we are managing, is the brand credibility. So once you have developed that brand credibility in front of the customers, people will keep buying from you. And like I said, don't overcommit. Always play low, and that's it. Today, if you look at it, Danube Group is a complete package for the building material industry or to the property industry. When I say complete package, you have a building material, which is our department, which I formed 30 years ago. After that, we have created Danube Home, which is dealing in all the home interiors required for the house which you require. Then we started the property business. Now, property business also, the unique selling point is we have this 1% payment plan where you pay 1% and pay the balance. In that, you take a small down payment and pay 1% per month. After the property is ready, we put that apartment on rent. Also, we give you a fully furnished apartment. Facility management is done by our own company. So from the building material to handling your property, we have a complete solution which we are able to offer to any customer. So I don't think any other competitor of mine who is giving this 100% complete solution. And that's what makes us different, because when you're dealing with a company where the building material also is there, the home furnishing is there, the property is there, the payment plan is there, fully furnished is there, 40 plus amenities are there, timely delivery is there, managing your property after the property is ready. So this is what makes us different from the other competitors. This was started, like I mentioned, for UAE people, okay? When we started the business, we came little late into the property business, but then at that particular time, all the giants were selling the property over here, big people. So I said, I cannot compete with them because they are too big to compete. So we had to come out with our own unique selling point. And we realized that 80%, 85% of the expats who are living in this country are staying in the rented apartment. I said, this is my target customer. I want to sell only to this people, not to the rich people. How do I sell them? Because they already are, first of all, they are working class. They cannot get the loan from the bank. They cannot afford to pay so much money at a time to buy a property. And that's how we came out with a simple formula. You pay a small down payment, 20%, and then balance 1% per month for the next 18 months. After the handover of the property also, you pay 1% per month. Now this formula really become very, very successful. And today, not only from UAE, but across the world, people come and buy this. See, family is very, very important. You have to keep your family happy. Otherwise, you cannot do your business. And luckily for me, I have been blessed with a very good wife. She has allowed me to do my business. She never troubled me without any problem. She was the one who started with me when we formed the company. Lately, she managed to, take care of my son. I was doing my business. And today, my son, alhamdulillah, is very, very good. I have my children, my grandchildren also with me. So you can imagine, 3 grandchildren I have. So the support system which I have in the house is superb. Then along with my own family, also I have my brother who started with me from the initial stage. He was with me till today and we are together. Not only brother, his children, they also grown up like Adil. They are managing the business. Everybody has the different verticals. So ours is a very joint family type of a thing where we all work together. The money, whatever we collect, goes into one kitty, and then we take whatever we want. There is no that you will take this much, I will take this much. We have never that this is yours, this is mine. Whatever anybody wants to take, they're allowed to take. I have my sister also. She is also a part of the system. So I'm very lucky, that especially what happens is when you have a family who is willing to support you, or you are along, any problem is there, you can go to them, they can come to me. It makes your life very easy, because in the situation we are today, you require that moral support, mental support many a times, and you can only look up to your family. And I'm blessed that I have a wonderful family, not only my own family, but my brother and my sister family. So they're all together. Of course, they are there. My wife is working with me, my sister is working with me, my brother is working with me. We're all a joint family. Of course, grandchildren, when they grow up, they will do. My brother's children are working with me. So it's like I said, we all work together. Family business, if this business is small, family business is very good. But the most important thing is, when you have a family business, important to continue in the next generation. Now, this is where the challenge comes, okay? So that upbringing of your children should be in such a way that something happens to you, because the first generation makes and builds the whole thing. The second generation should take it forward. Now, for them to take it forward, it's important that your upbringing of the second generation should be very good. Luckily for me, Adil, my son, very well groomed in my business, so I know he's going to take it forward. My brother, his children, they are also very well groomed. They are also in the business, so I know they will take it forward. So the second generation for us is perfectly fine. I'm sure that after me or after my brother, they will take care of the business. About the third generation, they have to manage about it. I don't have to worry about it, because we will not be there at that time. Adil, if you will meet him, you will be surprised that he is so down to earth, so grounded, so balanced, and very intelligent boy. Now, this is a rare quality you can find in a son who father is very rich. If majority of the children, what happens when you know that they have the money, they will become arrogant, they will become not willing to work, because dad has made the money, why should I work? Enough money is there for me to enjoy. But luckily, because of the grooming what my wife has given to Adil, today is a very, very good guy. I mean, I know people who are working around me, they are more happy to go to Adil, because he will take care of them very well compared to, I might still shout at them to certain time, but he is a very calm, composed person. So I'm happy that Adil has been bought and groomed very well. Even my brother's children, Azhar and Sahil, they also are the same. Very coming up in the business very fast. So I know the second generation sorted. We are, alhamdulillah, very well sorted. Always in our family, the children, yes, they were given what the luxuries, what they require, but they also had to work hard for it. Like, just give you an example. Adil was working when he was only 13 and 14. We used to send him to go to the warehouse during the holidays, where he was hot, because the holidays happened in the July and August, and at that particular time it's very hot in UAE, and he was in the warehouse and he used to come out home with completely drenched, and then me and my wife used to have a fight, like, why you want my son to go, and at the age of 13 you don't have any mercy, he's small boy, and so he went through all the hardship. And one thing I'll remember, which I will want to share, I have not shared with anybody this. When he was only 8 years old, so he wanted some pocket money. Okay, he said, Dad, I want some extra pocket money, 10 dirhams, and please give me. So I said, if you want pocket money, 10 dirhams, go and wash my car. Okay, I'll give you this 10 dirhams. It was a Friday. At that time, Friday was a holiday. So he went and washed his car. He said, Dad, I want an extra 10. Can I wash your other car? I said, if you want to wash the another car, I'll give you only 5 dirhams. That means 2 cars, 15 dirhams, 1 car, 10 dirhams. So that's how the value of money was taught in that hymn. From that small age. I mean, I could have easily given him that 10 dirham, but I wanted him to know that earning money is not easy. I think first the Almighty, of course, without him, nobody can do anything. And secondly, the leaders of UAE, my parents, who has taught me, and with their upbringing is what you can see in me. My upbringing you can see in Adil. And the leaders of UAE, because I always tell in my interview that if it was not UAE, probably I would not be successful as I am today. And that is because of the easy work environment which has been happening to us, that we are able to be successful. And most importantly, my family. Because the family, if we are not together, probably will not be succeeding in the same way. So work, family, and family also should be happy family, because if the family is not happy, you cannot work so well. What I for all the youth, I always say that start early. Majority of the children, what they are doing today is, father is working, I am studying, so why should I work? You should start working at the age of 13, 14, maximum 15. I'm not saying work full time. Whenever you get the holidays or that spare time, try to make your pocket money at least on your own, that you don't have to ask your dad. Because if you learn to start working at the age of 15, by the time you're graduated at the age of 21, 22, you will be much ahead of the students or the colleagues who are around you. And once you have learned something in the 5-6 years when you have worked on your own, if at all you want to start a business, you need to work for somebody. Make sure you understand that business, what you want to do, and then start your business. Not because your father is going to tell you, okay, take this 100,000 dirhams or 500,000 dirhams and start the business, start a restaurant or start a barber shop or start anything IT company. No, don't make the mistake of starting the money because somebody else has given you the money. Learn the business properly, then you start the business. After you have started the business, make sure you handle the business in doing it very professionally without trying to become rich overnight, because you can only become rich overnight if you try to cheat your customer. Never do that. Go slowly, no gradually, plan your 3 years and then move forward. Always, like I mentioned, that whatever you do, be happy, always be positive, and whatever the situation comes in front of you, don't take that tension, because if you take the tension, you will go more into shell. Always be happy. Ideas is, you see, today the market is good, especially in UAE, especially in Dubai. The market is good. People from all over the world want to come and invest today in UAE. And so whenever we launch a project, we first of all look at the location, which is what is the location we are going into. Then, like I mentioned to you, that special we have the 1% payment plan. Then you have the 40 plus amenities. Then fully furnished apartment. Why diamonds? Because we are in JLT. JLT, Jumeirah Lake Towers, has lot of diamond merchants in that area. The full area is full of diamond merchants over there. And I said, if I want to attract these people who are these merchants of diamond to buy my property, let me call my building as Diamond Building.